Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a sort of double feature of Woof Wednesdays. This will be last week's episode. That would be the eighth. I'm sorry, the 8th of June, as well as the 15th of June. So all of that sort of action is going to be packed into this episode. So if you missed out on last week's stuff, feel free to sit in on this week. Obviously, we'll cover all of that. So with that being said, we'll jump right into things here. In general NCAA news, on the 9th of June, a new college sports cards deal was reached. Fanatics and Tops reached an NIL agreement with nearly 200 student athletes, including Bryce Young and Aaliyah Boston. So that should be exciting to see what sort of things that we get from that. I'm just not a big fan of Fanatics. On the 10th, a trio of schools will join the Big 12. Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF are joining the conference. They're leaving the AAC, and the move will be completed in July of 2023. Heading over to football-related news here. On the 3rd of June, 11 Huskies were named to the Athlon Sports preseason All-Pac-12 team. As we take a look over here, several of these Huskies were named to different teams, first, second, third, and fourth. Starting with first team here, offensive lineman Jackson Kirkland, defensive lineman Latuli Gasanoa, and edge Zion Tupuola-Fetui. Second team, wide receiver Jalen McMillan, linebacker Edufan Ulafoshio, and linebacker Carson Bruner. Third team, offensive lineman Henry Bainvalu, punt returner, kick returner Giles Jackson, and then fourth team, wide receiver Roma Dunze, edge Braylon Trice, and safety Asa Turner. That is it for UW football-related news, except for graduates. So for each of the programs that we cover, we will be going over their respective graduates per the UW Athletics website. So the graduates for UW football this year include Ulumu Ale, otherwise known as MJ, Henry Bainvalu, Tristan Brown, Draco Bynum, Alex Cook, Devin Culp, Victor Kern, Dom Hampton, Gage Hardy, Nia Hellier, Peyton Henry, Benjamin Hines, Brennan Holmes, Julius Irvin, Jackson Kirkland, Letula Gasanoa, Corey Luciano, Jeremiah Martin, Mateo Mele, Richard Newton Jr., Cole Norgard, Kate Otten, William Pliska, Race Porter, David Pritchard, Chase Scusa, Zion Tupuola-Fetui, Edifan Ulofoshio, Luke Wattenberg, and Jack Westover. A happy graduation to all of you, and best wishes as well. Obviously, if you've got eligibility here, that you enjoy the rest of your time as a Husky, as well as in whatever new endeavors that some of you might be taking past UW and past football. And then just one more note on UW football. On the 14th of June, the football team earned the number one APR score in the Pac-12, that is academic progress rating. Moving over to men's basketball news here, there were some exciting things for men's basketball taking place over last week, which I apologize. I was really hoping to get to this, but was not able to. On the 6th of June, Keon Brooks Jr. commits to UW. He's one of the top players in the transfer portal, or was one of the top players, committing to the Huskies. He was a 6'7" forward transferring from Kentucky, who recently withdrew his name from the NBA draft. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining, but he's more than likely just going to take the 1 year here at UW. Last year, he averaged 10.8 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game, and 24.5 minutes played for the number 2 overall seeded Wildcats. The book on Brooks, he's not really a perimeter shooter kind of guy, but he can score to the mid-range. Just going to be able to add that sort of scoring presence, just not from the three-point line necessarily. When I think of that, I kind of think of Terrell Brown Jr., but I know that TB could hit the three. So interested to see the scoring element that he brings. And, with withdrawing his name and having the 2 years, I don't think he uses the 2 years. I think this is just a one-and-done kind of thing here. But excited to have him at UW nonetheless. So now looking over to the UW men's basketball graduates, Riley Sorn, Reagan Lundeen, Noah Neubauer, Jonah Garan, Terrell Brown Jr., Jamal Bay, and Nate Roberts. Congratulations to all of you, and best of luck in whatever your future holds for you. Heading over to women's basketball here. Pardon me, I'm a little bit under the weather. My bronchitis is back, which isn't contagious, just makes coughing not that fun. So in women's basketball related news, on the 2nd of June, the team adds the signing of guard Shayla Gilmer. She is a former BYU commit, changing commitments after a coaching change. Now, this is interesting because I believe this is the same circumstances that Delia Daniels had when she came from Cal to UW. So interested to see how that plays out, and some younger commitments on this team, like Gilmer. Gradhouse, I believe, has been around in the college spot for a little bit, so I wouldn't consider her younger. But Daniels as well, just to get that younger talent and see what is being built here for the women's basketball program. On June 11th, the following graduates made their next step: Alexis Grigsby, Nancy Mulkey, Missy Peterson, and Tiona Watkins. I believe it's TT Watkins, but they obviously put the official name on there. So congratulations to all of you, and a best of luck to you in all of your endeavors. Excuse me. Whoa. Moving over to baseball here. In team-related news, on the 6th of June, head coach Lindsey Meggs retires. Spent 13 seasons as the head coach at UW, racking up 351 wins, highlighted by the program's only College World Series appearance back in 2018. UW has only had 2 head coaches in the past 30 years. It's really interesting to see, the run that UW had at the end of the season, just the circumstances, all that, and strong recruiting class, and then Meggs retires. So I'm wondering if it's just the cleats were being hung up, all that sort of thing, but also looking towards the other side of the coin, who replaces him? What's the step there? What happens next in that regard? So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I feel like you've got a lot of talent on this baseball team coming off of last year, and I'm interested to see how that takes place. On the 11th of June, the graduates for the UW baseball team include Kristen DiCochia, John Enger, Carl Korper, Ben Smith, Josh Earps, Ryan Velasquez, and Preston Viltz. I want to wish you all much success and continued success as you continue in the next chapter, of your life, or maybe that be career. In softball-related news, on the 1st, 2 Huskies earned NFCA All-American honors, Gabby Plain and Bayley Klingler. Klingler earning unanimous first-team All-American, Plain a second-team All-American, finishing her year as a 4-time All-American. June 2nd, 2 Huskies earned softball American All-American honors. Softball America All-American honors, my apologies. Klingler earned first-team honors, and Plain earned third-team honors. On the 9th, it would be announced that Bayley Klingler wins the Pac-12 Triple Crown. Klingler is the first Pac-12 Triple Crown winner since 1999, with a .434 batting average, 71 RBIs, and 24 homers. That's pretty incredible to think about. Again, we've talked about it, throughout the season. Last year, in the season in review segment, just the numbers that Klingler has had and what she adds to this team, but also knowing the effect that her teammates have on her success as well. So really impressive to see that, something that hasn't been achieved in a little over 20 years. Obviously more than 20 years, but you know what I mean. So this is incredible to think about as we look at the graduates for the softball program: Silent Rain Espinoza, Maddie Husky, Pat Moore, Gabby Plain, Sammy Reynolds, my apologies, Reynolds, and Megan Vandergrift. I want to congratulate you all and wish you all the best in your new chapter in life and or your career, because I know Gabby's going on to AU softball, so that will be exciting. We head over to soccer news here with the men's team. On the 2nd, it was announced that the team will take a 10-day tour of Scotland beginning at the end of the month on June 28th. The trip will take them around the country, seeing some of the best soccer stadiums in the area while visiting 7 cities. They will play several games. Here's the list of games that we have for you. June 30th versus Ayr United, which is spelled AYR, and First Point USA. July 4th versus Aberdeen. July 6th versus Forfar Athletic, and July 7th versus Dundee United. July 9th is when the program will return home from that trip to Scotland. The graduates for the UW men's soccer team include Ryan Crowley, Lucas Meek, Gio Miglietti, Andrew Morrison, Charlie Ostrom, Michael Rojas, Ryan Saylor, and Dylan Tevez. All of you, I want to wish you continued success as you move into the next chapter of your life. And just congratulations on your graduations, as well as many happy hopes to those who continue their career in the game of soccer. Moving over to the women's soccer side of things, on June 7th, the team signed a new player, Alice Sundergaard, a 19-year-old from Sweden. Sundergaard has some time actually at the international level, as well as at the pro level to an extent. So with that being said, really sort of interested to see what she's going to be able to bring to the table. And just because it's not, football or basketball, it's I feel like maybe signings like these for a program like this go under the radar for us here at UW, but I'm really interested to see how that will play out for the team. So we'll keep an eye on that. And now we look over to the graduates for the UW women's soccer team here. Nice, pretty long list, including McKenna Carr, Jessica Cowart, Mariah Gray, Ruby Hellstrom, Shay Holmes, Amira Hassan, Mary Johnston, Tasha Kravitz, Claudia Longo, Cassidy Lucht, Kaya McDaniel, Peyton McGee, Vanessa Millsaps, Elena Palacios, Liv Sakani, Carly Stuckel, Olivia Vanderyacht, Mackenzie Weinert, and Michaela Woods. I want to wish you all continued success in your career if you continue to pursue that dream, or whatever chapter that you pursue next. I want to congratulate you on and wish you many successes. As we head over to the volleyball team here, we have some pretty good volleyball news here. On the 31st of May, Kara Bajima earned a spot on the USA national team for the Volleyball Nations League. So congratulations to Kara on that. On the first, head coach of the program, Keegan Cook, was named to the USA staff for the U19 Pan Am Cup. And on the 16th, the program signed Kate Morin. Morin is a 5'6" libero from Phoenix. She's racked up 1,500 digs in high school, and is one of the top defensive libero prospects in the West. So pretty busy week for the volleyball team, at least, and what was last week sort of it was eventful, but it was like kind of here and there kind of related news. So looking at the June 11th graduates, the graduates for the volleyball team, Emma Kale, Danielle Cole, Shannon Crenshaw, Samantha Drexel, Marin Grote, Claire Hoffman, and LMA Powell. I want to congratulate you all on your graduations and wish you many successes in your next chapter, your next career step, whatever it may be for you. I want to wish you many successes and good luck. I want to apologize now at this time, just for the fact that I missed last week. It's been nice to see the views that we've gotten on some of these and the support, for the softball team content. Looking forward to getting some more of that for you, including some interviews. We're working on that right now. So with that being said, I want to take the time to apologize for being late on this. For you, those of you stick around, or some of those who enjoy that, we're looking to just continue to bring you Husky coverage, Husky content, whether that be UW women's hockey, to obviously the football team as well. We're looking to bring that to you the best that we can, because when we say Circling Seattle Sports, obviously it includes our pro teams, but with the college being in Seattle, it counts. So, with that being said, I want to wrap things up here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please feel free to like, comment. I love seeing the comments. I like to interact with you guys and hear what people actually think, what the pulse, how you guys are viewing these things, what you maybe want to hear more of, maybe different programs that we should add. I know obviously the tennis teams have seen success. The rowing team has success. The golf team has seen success. So if there's anything a program you want us to add to the show, please feel free to let me know. And we'll do our best to do that and continue to add that to our programming. Otherwise, with that being said, this is the end of the June 8th, June 15th episode of Woof Wednesdays. Until we see you next Wednesday, do whatever you can to make today a great day, and go Dogs.